Hey guys, I usually don't do this much. From time to time, maybe. Um, I've been a part of the FGC for who knows how long. I would say around Mortal Kombat 9 when I was living in Utah. I think my first experience with the FGC was with some Mortal Kombat 9 players. If I thought really hard, I was better prepared. I could think of those players' names. Because I went to their houses sometimes to play they would have locals at their houses sometimes. So, and I know for sure they're on my friends list on like Xbox or something. But to put it simply, I've been in the FCC for a while. I turned 40 later this year, and I've been playing fighting games since as far as I can remember. I was there for Mortal Monday, so I was around uh 92, I'd be 7. Yeah, so that was an experience of itself. Experiencing, the ESRB being implemented, having all those ratings, people thinking video games cause violence and shit. It was, and still are, still fighting that. But besides all of that, I just kind of have been playing fighting games since early Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 2 even. I can't say I played the original Street Fighter when it came out. I didn't play that till later. But the first fighting game ever, I think, would either be like Karate Champ or freaking Street Fighter 2. I think Street Fighter 2 would probably be. I don't really remember Karate Champ that much. I know that was a fighting game back then, but I'm trying to think of other fighting games that weren't like Tiger Electronic shit or fucking. I'm gonna be cussing a lot too, so be prepared for that. If you don't like cuss words, curse words, blah 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 blah, stop watching my videos. Stop coming to my streams. I'm gonna be cursing. It's got me into trouble before, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Um, but I've just been playing fighting games since I was, as far as I can remember. Um, I kind of found out about the FGC. I think. Well, first off, it had to be like Daigo and Justin Wong, seeing them have their iconic match, and I kind of vaguely knew about everything, but that would definitely be like a good start into that. And that was a really hype moment. That really got me into wanting to like compete or even just be a part of whatever that was. And it just seems really cool, really fun trying to get better at fighting games. You can compete in fighting games if you have the money to travel around and do it. I tried to do it for a little bit, but I found out that that's unrealistic for someone like me because I don't have the competing spirit. I've never had that, I think. Not to the point where I'm investing in myself and think that I can take on like the world. I like to do it for fun, funsies. I'd like to do that ever since like I played sports. Like I didn't like sports a lot. I didn't think I'd ever make money playing sports, but I did enjoy it. I didn't totally hate it, but it did definitely give me a competing spirit to like do good, do my best, not in expecting money out of it because there was never like money given to children during playing sports. I played baseball, football. I did a little bit of wrestling and track and field, not a lot. That's when I got out of sports around high school. Everyone was bummed out and hated me after that. That was a fun experience. So if you're on that like fence about giving up sports or continuing on with it in high school, give it up, please, for me. Or if you're like actually really good and you excel at everything, then keep doing it. See what happens. I don't know. Anyway, that's stupid to talk about right now. Let's talk about video games. I've been playing Mortal Kombat ever since the first stupid fucking Mortal Kombat 1 up until Mortal Kombat 1. So I've been playing it for a while. I think my most relevancy would have to be, and I don't even really say relevancy, that's very, very lightly give that, maybe posted some acknowledgement on a YouTuber's channel is about it. Other than that, I have like non-existent presence in like competitive FGC. Um, I've played against some pros, but um, I've lost against some. I've won against some. Nothing like too insane. Nothing that got me to like a final. The furthest I've ever gotten in like a fighting game was like Street Fighter 4 in what the hell was it called? Iron Man of Gaming in Dallas, Texas. Screw Attack, that dumb shit. Um, that was fun. It was a fun experience. I don't like Stuttering Greg anymore, but thank you for the experience. This video isn't about Stuttering Craig though. This is a very long intro, so sorry if this is like very rambly. I'm just trying to do this the best I can without being too uh offensive, too impolite, too crazy, too weird. Because I really love Mortal Kombat. I really love the franchise. I love the series. I've been into it for as long as I can remember. And I just also like to see a positive out for it, even though it deals with death and people being malicious and evil. Ultimately, it's always going to be good fighting evil. That whole spiel. There is a story to it if you look into it. A story that's a bit more coherent than stuff like Tekken, Street Fighter, in my opinion. If you think Street Fighter makes more sense, please make sense of Street Fighter 5 to me sometime in the comments. But besides that, I just like to see kind of a positive outlook on everything. And when I look at the competitive side of Mortal Kombat, it's always rough. Part of it is, that's just with all communities, people in the FGC. It's unmodded, if that makes sense. It's kind of a dumb term to use, like unmoderated, any of these communities. Because I'm also a part of the furry community. As you can see, my name is Harry Otter. My fursona is an otter. That is who I represent myself as through the community, and also through the fighting game community, because there are furries in the fighting game community. As the most popular one, I guess, is Sonic Fox. Very infamous, very playing fighting games. He's cool. I don't have anything against him. I've never met him. I've only like walked by him at furry cons. That's about it. But he does get some unnecessary hate, I feel, for him being homosexual, queer, which I am as well. Um, and it's a lot of unwarranted stuff. It's a lot of blatant bullying that like you would see high school kids do, children. It's very disgusting. I hate it. I see it a lot. And I don't see a lot of it like really handled well. People on like YouTube attempt to do it. This person I'm about to talk to in particular tried to before, but that's gone now because they have completely erased their past two videos but one. Or two, never mind, my bad. I think, let's see, let's refresh the page and see what happens. Still just two videos. So yeah, this guy, give me a second to just grab my drink. Where did I put my water? Oh, I just need to take out a sip. Just because talking all the time, your mouth really dry. So Tom Brady, he's to me, he's always been kind of an inspiring person. He doesn't use his real name, obviously. I do kind of question why he uses a popular football player, but that's like the obvious question. Like, why am I using Harry Otter as my name? Blah 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 blah. He's always had kind of a shaky presence in the FGC and more specifically the Mortal Kombat community. I don't like dislike him. I just hate where he's gotten, and I hope he realizes that he doesn't have to like always be some kind of source for, in my eye, like negativity. Because I feel like YouTube gets you to that point where you feel you have to be a certain way to get views. That's part of why I don't really have a lot of subs, like less than 70 on this gaming channel. But that's because I only play stuff I want to play. I'm only talking to people that want to talk to me. I'm not doing this for money. I wish I could be, but that's just not realistic at the moment. So I just can only do this to my own capabilities because I like doing it and I like to be a fan of things. As you can see, I have on a jersey of Ghostface. I like Scream. I enjoy the film Scream, the Wes Craven film Scream, the movie that Wes Craven did, the late Wes Craven. I enjoy the film Scream a lot. The first one, in particular. I went nuts when Ghostface was DLC for Mortal Kombat 1. I am also a fucking big Fatal Fury fan. Terry Bogard. Fucking love him. Insanely cool character. Love the voice lines, all that shit. I watch the fucking 90s anime every now and then just because it gives me nostalgia of when I really liked to watch that shit back in the 90s. I love the character. So I'm gonna wear this hat wherever the fuck I want. Doesn't matter if it's in real life, if it's at the store, if it's in front of your fucking house. I'm gonna wear it. It doesn't matter to me what you say. I'm a fan of Fatal Fury, I'm a fan of Scream, and I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat. And sometimes these people just get so angry and mad about the dumbest shit that you could ever fucking fathom. One in particular, Sikander, that stupid fucking idiot. I'm not even really going to go into him. If anybody wants me to someday, sure. I try to like him. I try to go to his streams a bit, but he has that like fucking aggressive ass chat that's full of just assholes and jerks that just want to talk shit to you no matter what, or try to like say the dumbest shit just to just try to troll you in his chat. and because he kind of promotes that behavior because he's an asshole himself, but he only acts like it. But that's not cool to me either. It's not cool to me that you act like an asshole and encourage it. You're still a fucking piece of shit. Gigi Allen fucking shat on stage and fucking was an insane, psychotic entertainer for his entire life and career. I fucking hate him. He's a fucking loser. And he's dead. And sometimes that's what I wish that some of these fucking YouTubers are. Not Tom Brady. Somebody like Sikander. Because you say the dumbest fucking shit in the world about people. And you're just a fucking loser. Losing your fucking addict. Making your mom fucking embarrassed. Go buy her a pizza. Anyway, let's talk about Tom Brady. I'm gonna listen to his little video for a bit. Because he already seems like he's already having some issues. I don't know if this is like fucking a red flag for YouTubers when you just take off your entire fucking library. So maybe he saw this coming. Let's watch this video. I don't want to really watch this video because this video has this one motherfucker I really hate, MK2 Dave. I don't like listening to him because he never lets Tom talk. He just says the dumbest shit. He tries to instigate so much. He tried to instigate Rio one episode. It's not even here anymore because Tom fucking deleted it all. Can't fucking talk about shit now. But these two until he deletes these. But anyway, let's see. I'm not gonna if this shit pisses me off too much, then I am just going to fast forward because sometimes Tom just says stupid shit that I don't agree with, and he just keeps hammering into it because he's trying to get views, he's trying to get support from his haters. Because the only way that he can get engagement from them is by hating on shit. That's how any of these fucking channels work. Fucking Tweety went into it, and he got shit for it from other channels like Tom's. I won't name them. They know who they fucking are. Anyway, let's watch this fucking whatever it is. I've not really watched it yet, but this is all we have left. So let's try to make sense. Thank you for showing your face, Tom. You don't do it too often, but it's a pleasure to see you.
What's up, everyone? Tom Brady here, and it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but there are a lot of points.
My bad. Let me fix this real quick. Let me fix this shit real quick because it's fucked up on OBS. And I am just now noticing it. I apologize for all the cursing. Wait, no, I don't. Let's watch Tom. Tom, don't get mad, please. Just chill out. Just a person that is curious about your mental state. And yeah, go follow Tom Brady if he still has a channel. Should I just do it like this and then let's do this? Okay. Let's watch Tom Brady.
Need to be said that never get talked about or said here. Obviously, the MK1 Definitive Edition being announced is the reason why I'm making this video. I want to very quickly talk about the end of MK1. For those that say Ed Boon was lying, that's just ridiculous talk. You know, when he said there's content for years to come, hey, we're just getting started, this is year 2. I mean, he meant every word of it. He truly did. The story is kind of left in midway through. I believe they truly planned on finishing off their story. Probably had a Combat Pack 3. More characters, etc. Maybe even more cameos, whatever it may be. And people above his pay grade, his bosses, that could say, hey, don't forget who owns whose studio here. You're done. No more content. And that's it. And this is probably The first time this has ever happened to Ed Boon, where the reason for this happening was based on sales. We all know it was a financial decision. It was a financial decision based simply on money, that and that alone. It wasn't because, oh, MK won this or MK won that. WB's decision was based solely on money. But let's not forget that a Mortal Kombat product, 1 year into its life, they looked at it as, oh, it's not selling well anymore, cut the cord. This has to be the first time this has ever happened to Ed Boon, where early into his game, sales becoming poor, those words ever were said to him. And he had to have been shocked, because I'm pretty sure they had quite a lot of content still planned to be rolled out.
Wait.
They looked at it as, oh, it's not selling well anymore, cut the cord. This has to be the first time this has ever happened to Ed Boon, where early into his game, sales becoming poor, those words ever were said to him. And he had to have been shocked, because
The only thing I'll say here is that there have been lots of failures before that Ed Boon has been a part of. Probably colossal failures from other complete different video games, even that weren't even Mortal Kombat, like War Gods, or all those like shitty. Ed Boon and John Tobias went out on their own ventures to make anything that was different from Mortal Kombat. But to say that, I don't know, for him to project this on the Ed Boon, it's just so fucking. It's just a part of why I can't stand listening to him much anymore.
I'm pretty sure they had quite a lot of content still planned to be rolled out. Now, for those that say, because I'm going to get into some of the issues here, that Ed Boon and this 2-year development window because the game had a lot of problems when it came out. For those that say because I'm going to make some points here, and the defense is, well, this 2-year development window, it's a WB decision. They tell Ed Boon how long he has to make the game. The problem is, Ed Boon traditionally gives himself the same development window before WB came involved. So when they were midway, Ed Boon still was doing the same window between MK1, 2, 3, and 4, and then there were several years in between there. Then MK Deadly Alliance to Deception, from Deception to Armageddon, from Armageddon to DC to 9, to Injustice 1, to MKX, to Injustice 2, to MK11, they were all, obviously MK11 because of COVID in there, but they were all that 2-year window. So Ed Boon, whether it's WB, and obviously while MK11 lived 2 years, its content was cut, 4 years. I mean, its content was cut after year 2, and I believe MK11 probably would have lived a lot longer because its sales were good. But overall, COVID kind of gave it that 4-year cycle. Let's just call it that. And so Ed Boon has had the same timeline between games even before WB ever became involved. So this is an Ed Boon thing, not a WB thing. See, Ed Boon is stuck in the 90s, and he's able to keep doing what he does as a formula because the community just doesn't demand of Ed Boon what the Tekken community demands of Harada. And that's kind of the difference here. So Ed Boon's allowed to do what he does and stay profitable, but the main
Even though people still hate Tekken.
reason why he has been profitable kind of goes under the radar here, because everyone's always talking about MK sales, MK.
Why does everyone have to compare like Ed Boon exactly to like other devs like that? Like Harada, I don't know, it just seems completely. This is the what I hate about these motherfuckers that like try to talk like this is a fucking like football game or sports fucking show. Like they're fucking commentators. It's so cringe, and I can't take it. I'd rather them talk about like the game itself rather than having to dig deep into Ed Boon, who has no fucking control over what WB does for their fucking video game division. Warner fucking Brothers. Mortar fucking brothers that made fucking what the fuck happened to Baby Jane? Fucking boomer ass ran company can't fucking deliver on your goddamn fucking $60 video game that you didn't have to buy. Oh my fucking god.
sales. But MK sales doesn't seem to correlate to its offline success. See, other fighting games are judged not just by how they sell, but by their attendance. Mortal Kombat is the only one that is judged only by sales, and the community is like, well, it's a Western game, it's the casuals game, it's the world has a conspiracy theory against Mortal Kombat where they intentionally keep us down and shove us into the basement.
Look at the facts. Look at Final Fantasy fucking 16. Low sales because it's only released on PS fucking 5 and fucking Steam, I think. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure 16 came out also on Steam. But either way, low sales because nobody fucking has a PS5. No one wants to buy a fucking PS5. These are fucking console games meant for console players. And when you don't make that available to everybody, that's gonna fuck up your sales. Why are you dumbasses so stupid? Here over here trying to fucking gaslight everyone into thinking that they're wrong for thinking this conspiracy theory shit. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's a fucking fact. This is why you fucking shouldn't make fucking hate content or fucking commentary content, whatever it is. You could be trying to be good at the game or playing the game, but no, it's always like talking shit about everybody. And it's so exhausting to fucking talk about. I already have a headache. Holy shit. What the fuck was I saying? Um, I just can't stand this shit of having to gaslight. No, games didn't sell well because they're only on PS5. If it was on PS4 and PS5 and not PS5 and Switch and PC, probably would have sold a lot more with those fucking PS4 sales. Hold on, my fucking alarm's going off for some fucking reason. I have to do some math problems to stop it. Hey, but I don't fucking get it. That you can't. You are facts gay? Is that why no one cares about facts? Is that why we have a fucking criminal president? A fucking loser ass fucking criminal president running things? Because no one cares about facts? There's not enough fucking games to sell to people. There's not enough Mortal Kombat fans that also own a PS5, that also own a Nintendo Switch, that also have a fucking good enough PC to run this shit that can match the fucking sales that were Mortal Kombat 11, which came out for all the other fucking systems. You fucking dumbasses.
But if you look at their sales, they're a juggernaut. So there's several reasons for things. Ed Boon's formula no longer works and it has several bad effects. So this formula of out with the old, in with the new, starting from scratch constantly doesn't work anymore. So one, we look at the quality of MK one per se. But if you look at Injustice, even MK11, MK11 is looked at a far more complete game. But MK11 was really a pig dressed in silk when it was released. And here's what I mean by that. If you're a casual, you don't notice that it's a silk robe on a pig, because when MK11 got released, it had a story mode that was pretty good. It had Shang Tsung's Island, which was freaking awesome. Towers of Time, I loved grinding Towers of Time for skins. I did it all the time. So if there was a skin that I liked, I wanted it, I had to have it. If there was a cool combat card background, I wanted to have it. So even me that played online a lot, I would still do these things.
Okay, all this shit about 11 I don't fucking care about because 11 fucking sucked. And they all thought it sucked, but everyone's trying to have this goddamn delusion that 11 is way better than what 1 ever was, and that's just fucking not even what matters. It's all just fucking subjective. Fucking enjoy whichever game you like, but going back and forth with the fucking games isn't fucking healthy conversation. It's no different than fucking power scale fucking bullshit Godzilla versus goddamn Peppa Pig or some shit. You can get into some argument with someone online about that any fucking day. I don't want to argue about which fucking video game is better to you. So anytime anyone tries to bring that shit up, I just don't want to hear it because people hate it on 11, people hate it on 1. It's just, why don't you talk about the negativity around Mortal Kombat, Tom? Why do you have to play into Mr. Centrist and have to hate on everything equally and not actually have a fucking good solution or good advice?
Two and just gut shot stuff and back two staggers and slides and whatever you're going to do. The competitive side of the game was very bare bones to start off. But because the competitive community is very small and the casual community is very big, a lot of these issues went unnoticed for quite a long time. So while a lot of modes were flushed out when MK11 first came out, the competitive mode was kind of like, we wanted custom variation system, but we, again, the quote, didn't have the time to get it right. So again, while some things were up to par quality-wise, they still couldn't get to where they wanted to go in time. And because of COVID, they never ended up getting to where they wanted to go with the custom variation system. Now we have MK1. In MK1, the game is very incomplete and very bare bones early on. It had a ton of issues. The reason why this is happening now, and it didn't really happen in the past, is because the standard of a fighting game now is so...
I can't say much because I didn't play it at launch. All I can say is that the optimization wasn't that good. They have updated it, but that's an issue on all devs. I don't think it's something to just fucking hang on about. It's just really just fluff to even get fucking mad about what you have because fucking Street Fighter V vanilla was horrible at launch, but it turned into one of my favorite fucking Street Fighters. It's not my number one. I'm probably not gonna go back to it anytime soon, just because I'm trying to enjoy 6 more because 6 has characters that I'm really having fun playing with, like Terry Bogard. You know, Terry Bogard from the video game Fatal Fury. Did my fucking thing fuck up? It did. Let me fit it to the fucking uh screen. Yeah, Terry Bogard, Street Fighter 6, cool. Tom comes from a world where, you know, expressing your fucking love for the game itself or characters in it is like, weakness. You can't fucking just enjoy things. You can't talk positively about things because it's gonna make you look weak. It's gonna make people fucking unfollow you and call you a loser and wonder why you even play fighting games in the first place. Well, because you enjoy something.
The bar is raised so high that you are no longer able to do that 2-year development window and scrap everything and rebuild everything from scratch and keep that standard high. See, in the 90s, when Ed Boon started it, you could just use the formula like this because, look, you go to the arcade. What do you have? An attract mode that tells the story and then the fighting game mode. That's it. Fighting games now, need to have not just a good story mode, a pleasurable playthrough experience of that.
And to a degree, Mortal Kombat has the best story mode. In my opinion, it has the best fucking story mode than all the other fucking top three. Any fucking anime fighter, any fucking versus fighter. Mortal Kombat story is fucking leagues and better ahead of them. My subjective, stupid ass opinion, that's what I'm gonna say. Try to make sense of any fucking Tekken plot, please. Tom Brady.
That story mode, some single player,
Tell me about the stellar story mode from Tekken 8.
player content in there to give you several options besides just versus mode. The production value has to be extremely high of the game as well. There's so many things you have to have, even in the online mode.
Tell me who actually gets profit from their film being released into theaters. Tell me who has fans that cosplay and go see that fucking same film, even if it gets panned by reviewers, Tom. What game is that? What is that? Is that like what game is that? What's one of the most successful video game movies that didn't bomb, that didn't have Raul Julia fucking regret his whole fucking life starring in later, and actually made money? Is it Mortal fucking Kombat? You're gonna just avoid any positive fucking talk about fucking that, I guess.
Online while you queue and ranked, high quality of netcode. The standard for a fighting game is massive, and the production value of
oh no, we didn't deliver on the fucking online features for fucking online fucking Gremlins. Sorry.
That game has to be off the charts for a fighting game to really cut it today. There is no way you can do that because making a fighting game is now such a big project. It's no longer like it used to be where you could have a 4-man team and make a good fighting game. It's such a major ordeal that you just can't scrap it and rebuild it from zero in 2 years and have everything working properly and have that production value day one. You're going to get an MK1 every single time if NRS keeps the same 2-year cycle. So that's, the method doesn't work anymore.
So, that's actually pretty good. Maybe this is a cue for you to maybe stop playing these games if you're not really fucking feeling it anymore. I don't know what this fucking push for NRS to not make a new MK for whatever reason, or whatever they plan they do. Another fighting, who knows? They're a fucking video game company. Who knows what their fucking dev team is ready to make right now? Who knows what they're fucking feeling? They're not fucking gonna be stuck fucking in this delusional fucking FGC mindset of fucking fake glamour and competitiveness that no one gives a fuck about except fucking the smallest minority of gamers. They're not going to give a shit about you guys. They're going to give a shit about the fucking first day sales every fucking time. What's going to actually get them money, and fucking people going to locals and people fucking playing in Mortal Kombat tournaments just doesn't do well because no one fucking cares about that. It doesn't do well in any other, maybe a little bit better, but if you actually think that people are fucking profitable from fucking FGC fucking locals, you're fucking lying.
However, the reason why it's profitable, why do they keep doing it? They do it because the community allows it. See, the Mortal Kombat community isn't actually a community. It's several sub-communities that make up the overall greater.
What does that even mean? Where are you talking from? Mortal. What the fuck? Oh my god.
It doesn't work anymore. However, the reason why it's profitable, why do they keep doing it? They do it because the community allows it. See, the Mortal Kombat community.
Should I be making hate content every day too? Should I be talking shit and being in this fucking sad ass state that I have to make nothing but hate content? Is that where I should be as a fucking part of the community? Or the, I guess I'm in the sub community.
Isn't actually
I'm a fucking sub.
several sub communities that make up the overall greater Mortal Kombat community.
Okay.
The community is a combination of the arcade community, the 3D community, and
Oh my fucking god. I can't take this seriously. I'm gonna go shoot myself in the head. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let this play for a bit.
the MK9 community, the MKX community, the Two Injustice communities, and the MK11 and MK1 community. See, what happens is each community snowballs sales-wise to the next game, but numbers-wise, as far as participation and as far as player satisfaction, do not. So, for example, let's take the NRS era. You have MK9. So MK9, you have people. Let's just start it from scratch. The NRS era. People that came in with MK9 and they loved MK9. Then you have MKX. Well, everyone that played MK9 that bought MK9 buys MKX. Now. Do not. So, for example, let's take the NRS era. The 3D community, the MK9 community, the MKX community, the Two Injustice communities, and the MK11 and MK1 community.
Okay.
So what happens is each community snowballs sales-wise to the next game, but numbers-wise, as far as participation and as far as player satisfaction, do not. So, for example, let's take the NRS era. You have MK9. So MK9, you have people. Let's just start it from scratch. The NRS era. People that came in with MK9, and they loved MK9. And then you have MKX. Well, everyone that played MK9, that bought MK9, buys MKX. Now, about half the players that liked MK9 didn't like MKX, even though they all bought it. MKX did the best job in the NRS era of retaining a large part of their previous audience and melding it with the new audience. But either way, you got the money of all the people that got MK9 and the money of all the new people that got into MK with MKX. Then MK11. And MK11, you got the money of everyone that bought MK9, the money of everyone that bought MKX, and a lot of the money of the people that bought the Injustice games, and they get into MK11. Now, a large portion of them, especially...
Is there a reason why you're yelling money? Holy shit.
Halfway through, didn't like MK11. This explains how MK11's sales were so big, but the end of the game was received so poorly, as it was just a bad game, but yet it sold so well. Then here comes MK1. MK1 starts selling great, averaging 1 million sales per month, which is tremendous. But what made it falter is that this is the first time so early into an MK game, the word of mouth around a Mortal Kombat game was this poorly, this quickly. So the reason why MK is profitable is they don't sell the current product. They sell the hope of what that product is. You see, by restarting all the time, most people, they get into an MK game, and usually by the next game, if not the next game, 2 games later, the Mortal Kombat game that's now no longer even resembles the MK games that they liked. And they're like, well, I don't like any.
What are you talking about? Fucking MK1 plays like goddamn 10. 10 feels like Injustice. Oh my god.
This doesn't even resemble the MK I got into. So they bought that game, but they don't like it. What happens is, the reason why the discourse has been so poor with MK11 and so poor with MK1 is while a lot of the MK sub communities that make up the greater MK community put their money into it. The majority of those sub communities say, I don't like it, even though they bought it. NRS sells the hope of what the product will be, but they no longer sell the product. Chaos Reigns is the first time the product is the reason that they had to, that the product and solely the product had to be the reason why it sold. And we see how people really feel about the new product. There's just not enough new people that like the MK game they came in with to really make it really profitable. You need the money of all the previous MK communities, which make up the greater MK community, but they're all sub-communities. You need their money. Only what happens is people say, well, this is the proof that this game is really good because they all bought it, even though they say they don't like it. And then the Mortal Kombat community. So Ed Boon's formula not only makes it impossible to create a quality product in that 2-year window, Ed Boon also his method fractures.
Though what fucking game in this era of modern gaming is a perfect product as soon as it comes out? Didn't fucking Mortal Kombat 90 fucking updates and shit until they just stopped? Didn't people eventually make a fan version of the game to fix everything? Like, nobody's gonna make a perfect fucking game, and it's always fucking hilarious when, like, there's no game that these people put up that they can compare um, with MK2 because they fucking fall in the very same fucking boat. Fucking Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, everything's getting all fucking shat on. And what can you do? But either try to enjoy the game or be a fucking negative asshole about it, I guess.
The Mortal Kombat community into sub-communities. So while collectively we are ginormous, if all the sub-communities actually liked the current MK game, man, we'd have near Street Fighter numbers in tournaments. But the problem is we get numbers because the only community that travels for it is...
That's a fucking not accurate thing.
Makes it impossible to create a quality product in that 2-year window. Ed Boon also his method fractures the Mortal Kombat community into sub-communities. So while collectively we are ginormous, if all the sub-communities actually liked the current MK game, man, we'd have near Street Fighter numbers in tournaments. But the problem is we get...
People don't have to be competitive to be fans of a game or to care that it's not in a state that you think it should be. I know deep down you guys want to fucking profit off this shit. You guys want to monetize it because that's all you care about. You've already said the word, like, you've been yelling it fucking in my skull, like, past 3, 5, 10 minutes. It's all about fucking money. And it's the same thing with you guys. All you guys care about is money. Money matches. How much money you're gonna make at some fucking local. It doesn't, that's not fucking, you shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't expect, like, monetary gain from a video game or expect that from other people. Don't project your stupid ass fucking sad dad feelings onto people because, like, this is the only way to get engagement. Like, you could try to stay good. You could try to get better. I know it's hard. I'm fucking old too. But I still try to fucking play. I still try to be fucking good. Be consistent. I'm not gonna go to any tournaments, but I'm at least not like out of state or some shit. But I still have fun with it. I still want to be a part of it. Like, just enjoying something is like too much for these people. It has to be about money. It always has to be about money.
Numbers because the only community that travels for it is the current sub-community of the current game that likes it. And that is what happens. So the community gets fractured, the product quality suffers, and then the MK community is even toxic to each other. We'll take players who say, I don't like this game. It doesn't resemble the MK games that I came into and I like. We then say, you're a scrub. You can't adapt. You're salty because you're not winning. We basically say, it's not true. You do like the game, but you're just salty because you're trash. So you're lying and say you don't like it when you do, but you're just bad. I bet you if you was top, you would like it. No, they just don't like it. The MK community is like.
So what the fuck do you want to do? What do you want to say? Complain? Complain because the game's not like how you saw it when you first played it? How do you fucking respond to that? Fucking screaming out loud in your tiny little room? How do you fucking even, I guess we're about to find out, but this is just a fucking complaint that you could see any fucking game. What new Metal Gear Solid comes out? How is it going to be anything like the one on the NES, the first one I played? How dare you not have my fucking Metal Gear Solid exactly the 8-bit representation that I wanted? Fuckers.
Head and ass that badly. So they're even toxic to each other. Instead of going, if Ed Boon was held as a.
They're not toxic to each other. It's just stupid questions. Where are they asking the questions? Where is this coming from? Are you looking some kind of Mortal Kombat fucking support group? What is this? What are this? What is there like pros that are telling players this to get good? Because this is almost exactly the same in any fucking FGC goddamn game, any environment. They're always gonna be like that. They're always gonna tell people who suck at the game and don't know how to get into it that they just suck and they need to play more. They need to lose. That's just basic the thing the general advice for fighting games. Just fucking play and lose. Keep losing until you stop fucking losing. Learn the game. You're only gonna be as good as the time you put into it. It's like that for any fucking hobby. You can't just expect to. I didn't start beating Resident Evil 2 remake in around an hour because I only was satisfied with my first playthrough, which was nearly 15 hours. I knew I could do the game way better. I knew I could get better at it, and I did. And that's why I love speedrunning the game so much, because I can beat it so fast. Like, you can be proud of yourself and enjoy those same things, and not have to be a fucking salty little bitch about it or fucking complain to others that it's not exactly how you imagined it in your own little fucking mind, in your own little fucking brain, imaginary world where only things make sense to you.
Accountable as Harada was, we wouldn't have any of these problems. We
Okay,
would know why the sales. That
Harada.
explains it. That's the only way to explain how MK is the juggernaut of fighting game sales, and they're also the juggernaut of discontent. Now, obviously, there's Tekken 8, but look how the Tekken community handled it. They came right for Harada's head. We don't do that. You see, with other studios.
Because we're not fucking psychotic. We're not that fucking into it as you guys are. Not into the Tekken community is way heavier into it because that's just Tekken. It's a much more in-depth fighting game. Mortal Kombat is not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. Tekken, however, you can fucking have pages of fucking moves and combos and just different fucking ways of doing things in Tekken. It's a 3D fighter, fully 3D. There's so much to figure out that that community is just that so much into it. But compared to Mortal Kombat, it's just not. It's just not as in depth, and you just have to accept that. It's probably too simple for you. It's probably too simplistic. So probably go to a different game. Fucking being like this isn't the fucking best alternative.
When they want to innovate and it don't work out so well, that person is held accountable. But Ed Boon and NRS are not held accountable. They can innovate, and if it doesn't work out well, oh, it's WB's fault.
It's not even innovating to me. Fucking cameos, assist fighters is not even that big of a deal. I don't even think that's a fucking good argument.
You see, Ed Boon and NRS have the ultimate option select. If they hit a home run,
I would not have given a fuck what they did with one. They could have had it as a fucking tag fucking fighter. Mortal Kombat 1, the very OG one, is fucking 7 fighters, goddamn, what, less than 10 arenas. That's it. That's your game. Like, JPEGs, sprites, fucking the content you get from one compared to that is insane. And just by having like cameos and shit, that's just extra stuff. I didn't expect it, but I didn't fucking hate it like all these guys do.
Look at the greatness. If a bad idea, it's WB's fault. And people will say, oh, it's because
I don't think cameos are WB's fault. I don't personally hate cameos, so I don't know what this fucking point is.
WB is the publisher, but Namco is the publisher of Tekken. They own it and they're the publisher. Same with Capcom and Street Fighter. It would
Duh, because they're fucking a goddamn studio. Dev is way more stronger and way more fucking has more resources to do. You just fucking made yourself look real stupid right there. Yes, it's all WB's fault because they're not a video game developer, stupid. They're a fucking making goddamn movies and television. They are not made to fucking make the best decisions about fighting games. And if NRS wanted to make a fucking fighting game with cameos, then let them. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's fucking fair to compare them to Capcom or Namco, video game companies that have many years of experience and know what will piss off their communities and what won't.
matter. It wouldn't matter. Ed Boon's formula would still split the community and it would still cause the product to not be up to par when the game is launched within that 2-year development window. Now, it may have a longer lifespan if it was up to Ed Boon, but the development window and how poor the product is with these gimmicky systems not working out well, that would not change with or without WB. That is just his formula that worked really, really well a long time ago, but it's not working anymore, and he just doesn't see it. And the community will never force him to see it. You have way too many toxic positive content creators. I mean, look, the whole first year of MK1, no, these patches were not good. The game was not saved. No, none of the cameos and none of the characters saved the game. And a lot of the
But there was still ongoing support. One patch probably wouldn't fix everything, but there's never going to be just one miracle patch. This is the other thing. You guys just find any little thing to complain about, but don't think like in the full scope of things. Don't think of the full picture, or even that that they could have updated more, or knew that more problems would come, which they did update. So again, you're just yelling at yourself. I feel like here.
patches were just the bare minimum. It really wasn't until maybe the first month, 2 months into Chaos Reigns that the game started to resemble what it is now. But the first year of the game was bad.
And how long did it fucking take for Street Fighter 5? How long did it take to get fucking V Shift to stop getting fucking bodied constantly in that fucking game?
We got a lot of toxic content creators that will say now, look, it's a given. I'll admit the game was bad. But for the first year of the game, they didn't want to admit the game was bad. They were saying everyone who was saying the game was bad was salty and they can't win and being negative. No, the game was bad and you guys are a bunch of shit.
I wasn't even really there, so I can't say much, but people are still trying to say the same shit. So I don't know what is any different. I think it's just like this overall negative outlook on Mortal Kombat no matter what happens. They just want to be negative no matter what. And they can't say anything. It's like that other guy, Fate. Whatever the fuck that guy's name is on YouTube. He's some British dude. All he can do is just talk about hate shit. I can't stand it.
And you're just afraid to bite the hand that feeds you as NRS. NRS will never be held accountable because way too many people are afraid to hold them accountable. The same bullshit formula that is continued to allow to work will continue to happen until financially it no longer pays up. So you're going to keep getting bullshit incomplete games with gimmicky systems from now until the end of time. And all the previous sub-communities are going to keep buying the current MK game.
Stop playing it! Oh my god. Every fucking video with this guy. Just stop buying it. Where do you want to go with it? Where is some like videos of you just enjoying the game? Where you're not so angry at everything. I'm not trying to stop people from even hating on the game. It's just this is too much, it feels. Like I feel like you have to have some kind of balance. But this is all for YouTube. This is all for clicks. He's only gotten this much attention because he goes so hard into it. And I hate that he just came to this point. I hate that and he probably barely plays the game.
Next MK game will more than likely be bought by everyone that played MK9, X, Justice 1.
I've been playing MK since fucking 1, so I don't know why he has to come to this point where he thinks it's buy a game. The game you bought it that. This way of thinking. Men only think like this sometimes too. Just oh, this is this way, so this logically means this. This is like kind of a weird Reddit way of thinking. I only ever see it like on places like Reddit sometimes. People just start to itemize every little like fact thing and then just like list it off like the reason why they don't like something. It's so weird. Ugh.
Injustice 2, MK11 and MK1, and 3-4 months into the game, they're going to say, look at this, 4 or 5 million in sales. And most of those players that bought it, if the game still continues on the trend it is now, will say, we don't like it. It doesn't resemble the MK game we like. But they'll say, shut the fuck up. Look at the sales. It's the greatest. It's the best. And we'll just keep going down this road until...
Because you keep hating on it. I don't even fucking shill for Mortal Kombat. I just fucking give my honest opinion that I like it. I went into it earlier. Look at this. Look. Ghostface. Ghostface. I'm a Ghostface fan. I like that Mortal Kombat had Ghostface, but I'm also a Mortal Kombat fan. And so having the franchises just fucking hit it off like that. Am I a part of that sub community? Even though I've been playing Mortal Kombat from the very beginning, that I've been supporting NRS even from Midway. What is your way of thinking? What is this method of thinking? People talk online and they think they're right.
Finally, Ed Boon and NRS are held accountable for living in the fucking 1990s, only it's 2025.
Why are you screaming?
Formula that no longer works. Out with the old, in with the new, on 100% of everything, every move, everything, every feature.
I don't even think it's because of that. I don't even think it's because of whatever he just said. Ed Boon's mindset of how games should be released. What? He didn't even list off every single probably game that Ed Boon's worked on.
Every system, it's a bad formula that can't work today. It's going to lower the quality of the product day one. It's going to make it so it takes forever for them to ever complete it, and they're probably never going to have that development window because the way things are going now, about halfway through their games, the community, them out, and the expansions don't seem to sell well. At least we see with MK1. But they're going to make a ton of money early on. The game is going to be hella incomplete, and the communities will stay fractured. Then you'll have some people from the MK1 community.
Define incomplete. That's a thing he keeps throwing out. Like, I wasn't around for the start. I had the game, but my PC wasn't good enough to run it until recently. And I don't know what was not included, but if, like, shit like was invasions around yet, did things eventually show up? Is it just like day one complaints where everything wasn't ready fucking from the start? That's all like little fucking nitpicking complaints, dude. Those aren't real complaints. It's not enough to fucking scream and yell like this unless your fucking whole life revolves around like the purity of whatever idea of Mortal Kombat is in your male brain.
Community and go, oh, with the cameo fixed this problem. Now with this, and so the sales will stay good, NRS will stay profiting, and they get to keep doing the same shit they've always done to us, and we're just gonna suck it up and eat it. And this is
Or stop playing it and stop fucking even engaging it to begin with. Or just staying and playing the old ones. Like, you don't have to fucking give a shit about any of this if it's making you this fucking angry. Or you feel that you have to do this.
unfortunately I don't ever see this changing. So what I expect for the next MK game, unfortunately, is another short development window of 2 years.
Yes, yes, yes. And this is the other thing. He's just gonna list off everything Reddit way, his predictability, and then it's just gonna be a way to just, in case they do release another 2 years, blah blah blah. Yep, everything I said before was right. I predicted it. I don't make video games myself, but I was popular one time playing them. Listen to me.
Um, they might make Injustice next, but after Injustice, they'll probably do a 2 year.
And what if they do make Injustice next? So that will throw off your entire fucking made up fucking Ed Boon video game making delusions.
Window of developing the next MK game after Injustice. The game will come out incomplete, maybe better than MK1.
Nope.
Incomplete.
Again, won't have a good game. It's gonna be incomplete. Won't like it. It's just it's just motherfucker. Oh my god. I don't know what it is.
Some gimmicky system, not flushed out, and not totally functioning.
What does any of this even mean, dude? You're always hating on their fucking anything. Nothing is good. This guy, it feels like to anything with like, why don't you bring up when you liked the game, when you did enjoy what NRS made? Where is this like bar that NRS had set and they can't seem to fucking recover? Because it's like nothing. It seems because you've already predicted every fucking game. It seems like from here to the end of time. So like at this point, why should I even play any support Ed Boon or Mortal Kombat ever again after listening to this any of your videos? Because it's always the same thing.
It'll sell well because all the communities will buy it and pay for it. And look at NRS.
Fans will buy it. Oh my god, the fans like it. We can't have this. We have to rile them up and execute them.
The sales are great, and I think a lot of the people will say they don't like it, and because it doesn't resemble MK1 or MK11 or MKX or MK9, doesn't resemble the MK they love. It's now this, and the same talk of the new community that comes in with the game and does like it. Oh, you're salty. You're a dinosaur. You can't adapt. What do you mean you don't like it? Yes, you do.
I mean, it's true.
It's just going to keep going over and over and over again. It never stops. It never stops. They just are allowed to keep doing it, and we never hold them accountable. If we did to Ed Boon,
I don't understand holding people accountable unless they like murdered or did an actual crime. A crime isn't you buying the video game and being salty that it's not up to your standard. That doesn't hold anyone accountable to anything. Maybe you're dumbass for spending money fucking without any thought, I guess.
NRS, what Tekken did to Harada, man, shit would change right away. But we never will. Way too many toxic content creators who can't live without doing the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club on Edward John Boone.
You don't have to do it though. You don't have to talk about anything Mortal Kombat related ever again. You can give it up. You could just say, fuck this, this is for kids. You don't fucking care. And obviously, it makes you this angry. You sound like the goddamn gym coach that fucking is angry at their goddamn lazy students that don't want to do anything they say.
So, on that note, I hope for the best for the rest of you that are going to be here. I obviously won't be, but I hope for their best for Mortal Kombat. As I leave Mortal Kombat, as I leave the FGC, it sucks to see Mortal Kombat in this state and that I don't know that there's hope for it being better. I hope it is, but I don't really know that that's realistic until something changes. If they continue to do the same thing, it's not going to get any better. They're going to get the same
I
results.
think you need to make a different approach to it in your own because I don't really see it getting really any worse. Like Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is already on the way from a prominent developer even who has made other compilation retro games before. So there is something to be fucking be more hopeful for than whatever it is in your delusional mind that gives you this reason just to be like this. I mean, you're taking it like this because you probably feel like that people are right about what they say about you. You don't have to play into people wanting to hate on the game the way they do. But I think you're going to take it that way because I think you just don't care. I think it's too much for you. Or having to defend some of these other people like Sikander or fucking Perfect Legends stupid ass. You don't want to fucking deal with these people because it's wrong. They're fucking bad people and you don't belong with these bad people or probably any of us in general. So I'm gonna stop it here because I don't really see this going much else but Tom just lamenting about shit and not just fucking realizing that Sub Zero is probably the funnest that he's ever been in any fucking Mortal Kombat game. And I fucking mean that. I was playing with Sub Zero the other day in the lab, and he's so fucking fun in Mortal Kombat 1. I'm not saying I'm gonna fucking main him, but just all that he can do. But I don't think Tom gives a shit. Because I don't think he gives about shit about games in general, or Mortal Kombat games even. That he can't even see that. Why is Osmosis Jones up next? Shit. Um, that none of this is even good talk to make. This is why his podcasts just kind of are hard to listen to because he has stupid asses like Dave that just talk out their ass and make the experience just really exhausting. Anyway, I'm running out of things to say and pissed off and have a headache because I'm talking about video games that I love. And I guess Tom Brady is done with the FGC. It's just something that I didn't want to see. Like I said, I was a fan of him, but I don't think he really cares about it. Or I think it's a little too much for him now. I think the people in it are newer people, people that he's not used to, and people he doesn't want to feel the need to even get to know or even try to acknowledge as he's shown support for Perfect Legend and, you know, Sonic Fox always getting hate from that motherfucker. Perfect Legend. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Take care. I stream all the time. Sometimes. Maybe. Who knows how I feel. But you can come follow me at twitch.tv/. What is it? I have to look it up. I don't ever remember it off the top of my head. Oh, I had it right. Did I? I mean, it's on all my videos. Wait, can't I just do this? Hey, there I am. You've been here the whole time. You came here just in time. What is my fucking? I don't know. There's my socials. Go follow, please, or not. Um, twitch.tv/Harry underscore otter underscore or on this YouTube channel. Anyway, later. Peace out. Thanks for everything, Tom. I'm sorry. Mortal Kombat isn't what it once was for you.